YouTube as well as I think on TikTok and also on Telegram. Okay. And you wouldn't be able to see me on Telegram because I cannot place myself in 3 places on video. But I am live. If you can hear me, please do let me know. I would really appreciate that you are able to hear me. Drock said, hi mate, hi. Unfortunately, TikTok is sitting on a very wobbly, what do you mean? Wobbly stand. If you could just let me know that you are able to hear me in the comments on Telegram or raise your hand if you have a question. Okay, Caroline says that we can hear you. That is nice. Thank you so much. AB says the same. Okay, so we're good to go. And let's see if there are any. We can on YouTube. Aziz has confirmed for YouTube, and we have a confirmation for TikTok as well. Okay, this is good. Hear you loud and clear, Mohammad Rahman. We spoke on, I think, Thursday. I forgot. It's been forever since I have seen you live on TT. I think that's TikTok. Yeah, that is true. I stopped doing lives, but yeah, here we are. Okay, so let's get started. You can write your questions and I'll pick them. As I'm on 3 platforms right now, I'll be a bit picky. I have TikTok, then I have YouTube, then I have Telegram here. And of course, people who are with me in my community, they can raise hand and they can talk. So they have that advantage. But you can leave comments and I can share with you. Dinesh says XRP's update. XRP update is already posted on YouTube. On TikTok, I just posted the update of Bitcoin. I didn't post XRP. I thought that people will be getting a bit frustrated with only seeing XRP updates on TikTok. I should do a bit of mix. I only post 1 video on TikTok. I post 5-6 videos on YouTube. I used to post 10. Then I started losing my voice. There is a problem with my voice box from previous 2 months or so. I need to see a doctor for it. I don't know what the hell has happened. Is XRP going higher? In a very simple manner, XRP needs to break above 2.3, live above that for more than 2 days. Only after that you can say that, okay, now XRP has started its upward journey, and then we can start getting bullish about it, and we can aim for 2.6 first, and then just maybe we will have thank you Lakeside for all the roses, and then we will have this journey towards $3. It's a bit of a stretch, but we will see it happen. Thank you, Nazar. I forgot how TikTok works with all these gifting. Okay, on YouTube it says, hello idol, now will BTC reach above 110? I have mentioned this in many videos. It will be a bit repetitive. We need to live above $110,000 for more than 2 days. Only after that you can expect BTC to be on a journey towards 120. There have been many attempts. Thank you Lakeside Nazar for all these gifts. And only then we can expect an upward journey, and we can expect that, okay, now XRP is actually, Bitcoin is getting further bullish. Right now it is stuck. It is moving sideways. Actually, yesterday, the latest video that I have made on Bitcoin, it clearly shows that we are ranging from previous 28, not 28, sorry, yeah, 28 hours around $108,000. It was a bit funny because I have not seen Bitcoin doing that, to range and form candles like that. I'll show it to you just a second. Actually, it was really funny for me. I mean, when you are looking at charts every day on daily basis, when you see things like this, it's a bit of It's a bit of excitement that you get out of it. So this is your today's case scenario, finally when it pumped towards 209. But as you can see, this was yesterday. And each candle is 4 hours when it was ranging like this. So you both guys can see it. When I looked at it at the time of making video, it was fun anyway. Okay, let's see. Ram says, are you Muslim? Yes, I am. Okay, that's not a crypto related question, but I don't mind. Okay, now there's a question. Hi, my name is Mike Hockner. Can you give me a shout out? Hi, Mike Hockner. I did read your name. You have your shout out. Okay, please give BTC price prediction before Q1 2026. If we don't see the government of USA coming out and saying that we are in a recession and we are stuck and we are suffering and all that kind of stuff, you should see BTC at 120K. So that is a prediction I can give you comfortably without getting into much trouble. If you're looking for $200,000 or $500,000, that is not something I will offer. Okay, have we been in bear market since December? Yeah, that is correct. I don't know if you watched. I posted that video on TikTok as well. It was a long ass video, 33 minutes, and over there I discussed how 2025 is a bear market. Unfortunately, since then we have gone down. It was a horrible experience in February, and since then it's only party time. Okay. Please, what do you know about CoreDAO? I don't know anything about CoreDAO. Alt season, it will take time because we are not in a bull market, you're sitting in a bear market. If you keep looking at Bitcoin and thinking that you are sitting in a bull run, that's a wrong way to look at the market anymore. Since we have ETF for Bitcoin, I think that things that have ETF, you can get detached from it. They are not directly in relationship with the rest of the crypto because the money that flows into ETF, it goes from bank. When they sell, it goes back to bank. So there is no relationship to crypto. Back in the days, it was easier. What used to happen is that we would see people selling Bitcoin. They would be a bit lazy. They wouldn't take it to the bank. They would rather take it to the altcoins. So they would sit in stable coins, but then they will take that money to the altcoin market and they will invest it there. So it used to be labeled as rotation of funds, and that's where BTC dominance used to matter. Bitcoin dominance mattered a lot at that time. But now the things have changed, so you cannot look at it in that manner anymore. Okay. Does your burn get itchy often? Which burn? Oh, this is bum. You're talking about my ass. Why would it get itchy? I'm not from West, I'm from East. We wash our bumps, we don't use toilet papers. So we don't have that kind of issue. Okay. I bought ZBCN. What do you think about it? ZBCN, I have covered it every day. You can watch that. Damn, I didn't think you still do lives. That was a Lakeside, a good understanding. I think you saw me after a long time and then started grifting crazy. But I'll try to be more live here. I am doing lives on YouTube and on my Telegram, like I mentioned. You can see I'm live on Telegram at the moment as I'm talking. They are hearing me, and if someone raises hand, they will be able to talk as well. But yeah, TikTok was a bit, what do you call it, discouraging in terms of views, but in terms of live, I think it's doing well. Do you think bull market is over? Kanishka, I think that is a bit late to say that. It is over since start of this year. So you should say that is bear market coming to an end? That should be the question. I think just 3 more months, you should see a better market. just 3 more months, and then we will get into a good market. The overall situation of the market will change. Okay, let me see the comments on Telegram. Just a second. Can I ask please why I'm banned from VIP? I did nothing. Banned from VIP. I don't know. If you are allowed to chat in the main group and you're banned from VIP, that's strange. I don't know what it is, Andrew. We need to investigate maybe. Then I will find out what is wrong. Is the latest BTC trade still active? If it has been mentioned, it would be active. Oh, Andrew just got accepted. Why do you think you're banned? That is strange. Is he not able to join the communication? I don't know. That's strange. Anyway. Wow. Hello, what do you think of 9th July? About the 9th July, looking at the market. What is it about 9th of July? I don't know. If you could share some information, that will help me. I don't know what do influencers go around and spread. If it is some kind of important event and I'm missing about it, please do let me know. Okay, BTC update, we discussed that. Pengu has a beautiful chart. I'm happy to hear that. I have made a video on it on YouTube. It's there. Okay. And then we have a question on Polkadot. Someone says that, how is Polkadot? Polkadot, I think I've discussed Polkadot in depth in past as well. Just to give you a brief, Polkadot spent good amount of money. I think they spent $130 or $133 million on marketing. They tried their best to revive it, and this is from 2023, late 2023, and none of the marketing worked. Polkadot, I think, is one of those dying projects because they're not getting adopted, and at the end of the day, all that matters in crypto is that is this project being used by the users or not. You can have a very fantastic product out there. You can create a best ICP. You can create best Polkadot or any other coin out there. But at the end of the day, it depends on the users. If users are not willing to start using it, then that project suffers, and that's sadly the case scenario with Polkadot. Okay. Solana good for buy now? I think buying Solana under $100 would be a better decision than buying now. I think I wouldn't touch Solana at this price. I would rather buy it at prices that are cheaper than this. Okay. Okay, we talked about this. Is it a good time to buy spot altcoins? Should we wait for deeper drop? You can start buying, but try to use the Pyramid DCA. I have talked about Pyramid DCA in the past as well. I'll draw it for you. I am on live. Fortunately, I am not doing video on Telegram today, so I can actually use this mobile phone. I have 4 phones, but I have 2 arms. So start buying here. Okay, buy 10% on the top, then 20 here, 30 here, and then 40 here. This DCA will save you massive amount of headache and mistakes. So if you buy Solana now here 10% and Solana drops all the way down towards $10, you will still be able to save yourself, and it wouldn't be an overall disaster. Anyway, that is the case scenario of Pyramid DCA. Use that, enter the market with 10% of your funds, and then increase your funds slowly as the market goes down. Whatever coins you like, apply the Pyramid DCA to it. That is a sensible approach. And then when the markets crash, come up with your formula. Like I said, watch my video on YouTube, Pyramid DCA. I've explained how to do it. That will help you. I don't like memes at all. Price action. How to become crypto millionaire? I think it depends on two things. One, you need to get lucky, because luck now plays a big role in crypto. It's not 2021, it's not 2016. So I got lucky from 2016. Lucky in a sense that I bought a lot of Ethereums, thousands of Ethereum coins in 2016, and I was able to hold on till 2021. I didn't know what I was doing. I was as naive as one can be. I lucked out, so that's how I did. But in 2021, I made money with shitcoins. Now you guys call it meme coins. Shitcoins, I was able to understand how they work. I entered the market very early on. I created a community in Facebook. We grew to 10, 12,000 members, and it was a good time. You would throw in one BNB, you will get out with 20 BNBs. So money making was easy back then. Now, it's a place, it's a game of luck, because if you are investing money, not that the coin wouldn't go up, it's just that will you be able to hold it till that long period of time or not. And not just from shitcoins only based on memes, shitcoins from the perspective of utility as well. Look at this coin called Node AI. Its short name is GPU. Amazing project. I talked about it in my VIP as well on Telegram. I firmly believe in it. But this project started at $6,000 market cap, and then it went to $100 million and above that. So starting at such a smaller market cap and then going so much up, that is a lot of access. Like $100 in it would be $450,000. So if a coin has done 45,000 X's and you invested $100 in it, you would have made $500,000. If you were kind enough to invest $200, you would be already a millionaire. But the question is that all those people who entered into GPU in the start, did they hold on? No, they didn't. And it doesn't mean that holding is a good decision. Holding is a stupid decision. I think in a crypto market, people who are paper hands, they make more money than people who are diamond hands. Diamond hands, they get screwed more than paper hands. It's like old Indian movies. If you watch Bollywood movies, throughout the movie, the villain of the movie, he would do all kinds of nasty stuff. He would beat the hero. He would destroy his home, rape his mother, rape his sister, take away his girlfriend. He would do everything. And then in the very end, in the last 10 minutes, then the hero would come and kill the villain, or take his revenge and put him in jail or something. The rest of the movie, he had just good time. And it's the same case scenario of paper hand versus diamond hand. Diamond hands, they have one moment where one person becomes a millionaire out of 100,000 people or 1 million people. And then momentarily, you can celebrate that. But generally, paper hands, people who leave coins at 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, they are the ones who are winners. They make the money. The diamond hands, they always suffer. There are a lot of people who are holding on to ICP, thinking that ICP will go up. It's not going to go up. There are people who are married to Polkadot and so many other coins out there. So I think that it's not a good strategy for becoming a millionaire. Now, a sensible strategy of becoming a millionaire is to take it slow. Try to make money outside of crypto. Bring that money into crypto. Invest in good projects, learn how to do research, learn how to do fundamentals. That's why I've written my bloody book, which I'm supposed to launch. I don't know what is holding me back, but learn to understand fundamentals of coins. Once you do that, invest in them. Your hold is going to be maximum 6 months to 2 years, and then you would get out. And try to do this over next 5 years, 10 years max. And even if you start with $50,000, you will hit $1 million in a very reasonable and sensible approach in comparison to trying to luck it out. Look, there are two ways of making your retirement sensible. Okay, one way, let's talk about Canada. Okay, one way is that I am in a job in Canada for 40 years. I pay them taxes, I pay my CPP, which is something that they look for. They collect it and they pay you back after that. I stay in Canada for 40 years. I pay my taxes and everything. And in the end, they would give me like $1,200 or maybe maximum $2,000 if I retire at the age of 65. So you're talking about $1,200 at age of 65 after being stuck in one particular location for 40 years and doing so much. On the other hand, what you can do is that if you're going to invest your 40 years, why not buy a fucking home? You can go and buy a home. In Canada, you can buy a home of $500,000 with 5% to 20% down. So if you are a new home buyer, you can get your home for 5%. 5% would be around $30,000, $35,000 with lawyer and their mothers and everyone's fee. So you get a property that's worth $500,000 for $30,000 to $35,000, and then what do? You try to rent it out, and you try to buy it at a time when it makes sense. Your rent should pay your mortgage, so it doesn't fall on you. And then at the end of 20 years of payments or 25 years of payments, you have a property that is generating more than $3,000 rent on its own. You have already defeated the retirement system that is in place. And if you are smart enough, you can get 2 or 3 homes. So you would be getting like $7,000 to $10,000 income every month, and you can go and live in Malaysia, Thailand, India, Turkey, Istanbul. Basically, you can live anywhere, and a very, very exotic life, comfortable like a king, a retirement that makes sense. But if you are stupid about it, then you would be relying on the retirement money from the perspective of the government. So becoming millionaire, I think it should be focused on from the sensible approach instead of rushing it and losing all the money that you have. I hope I have answered your question. My God, let me see. There are questions. Hi, Shah. Sorry, I joined a little bit late, so I don't know that anyone asked about the shitcoins. So I would love your calls about shitcoins. Shitcoins, I try to make shitcoin calls. It's just that shitcoins require being really, really active. I need to be way more active for them, but I would try to share them. I did share a few. I will be sharing more. Hey Legend, is a good time to buy alts. I think I've discussed this in detail as how to buy them as well. The exchange I use only has these type of coins. I don't know how to use P2P from other exchanges yet. I think, Chelsea, if you don't fix your exchange game, if you don't have access to good projects, let me see if you're in my VIP. Just a second. Oh, yes, you are. I think that you will not be able to fully utilize everything that I'm sharing in my VIP. You would miss out on really, really good projects, and it's just because you have an exchange that is limiting you. Because if you have an exchange like Maxi that gives you access to 4,000 to 6,000 coins, and then you are on an exchange like Kraken, I think Kraken is a disaster. Being on Kraken or Coinbase, I think it's one of the worst decisions you can make in life about choosing an exchange. Same applies for crypto.com. And what else is there in terms of being horrible? Yeah, these are the names that I can think of. Horrible exchanges to pick. Extremely expensive, hidden fees, and very less amount of coins listed over there. Okay. Hello, Shah. 40 years, 14 maybe. No, it is 40 years. You can check. Actually, I was doing a bit of a study. I did check. The minimum requirement to qualify, I think they call it OAS, is 10 years. You qualify, and then the government will give you $200 per month if you live for 10 years and you start qualifying. It's a bit of a disaster, but it is what it is. I mean, it's free money from the government after 65. What can you expect? And imagine if the government changes rules. I mean, if you are in your 30s, after 35 years when you're retiring, by that time, if Canada is bankrupt or financially struggling or rules have changed, I think that that is going to really, really not, it's not going to be good for you. You can't do anything. You can't go and complain there that, hey, now it's my turn and now you're not giving me money. I think we need to plan on our own. Thoughts on TIA? TIA, I think it's one of the disastrous coins out there, highly inflated. I talked about TIA for a long period of time. I said it will go back to its starting price of 1.9. It did. It actually went down all the way towards 1.3. So I think that you can start entering into TIA now. If you are already into TIA, it's a bit dangerous because TIA is still not fully inflated. There is still room for TIA, and I think in bad markets, TIA can easily go down to 90 cents, 80 cents, those areas. I know it sounds a bit scary, but unfortunately, that's how it is. When you have a coin that has inflation, they have that kind of potential. Okay, do you think BTC can reach 60 to 70K? Yes, why not? We were already able to see Bitcoin at $74,000 2 months ago this year. So I don't think that is absurd. We can totally see that. Okay, today we don't have any raised hands. Wow. Someone says insights on cake. Cake, I think, oh, there is a hand. So I'll answer the cake question, then I'll go to the raised hand. Cake, if you are in my VIP, you would already know that I like cake because they had massive inflation. Now they have started doing deflation. I think in a long run, cake is going to come out as a winner. It's one of the most financially stable projects out there, so it's not going to die. It doesn't rely on dumping its tokens on its investors. It's not XRP, it's not ICP that is continuously dumping coins on investors every month. They make money, they pay for their stuff on their own, so it's a well-off coin. So that is what makes cake different, and that's why they are able to reduce the inflation to begin with, because they have bloody money. It's the same case with BNB, but it's not going to be quick. Cake is more of a long-run investment like Bitcoin. When you will look back, you would look like a champion that if you only had invested at this particular date, you would have made this much money. It's going to be that kind of story, but it will take a good amount of time. And when I say good amount of time, we are talking about at least 2 years. Yes, Adriana, you can talk now. I should have grabbed some water.
Hi there, Shah. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
How are you? I'm good. A little bit tired, but I could not miss the discussion.
Happy to hear that.
It's a no-brainer. I cannot miss it. I have to be here.
Thanks for being here.
I am just a perfectionist. Like, it's gonna eat me up if I don't attend the class, like even from school days.
Oh, yeah, I think it's a good habit. I think my teacher used to say this, and I started applying this in my college and university. Before that, I was a bit lazy about it. He said that if you attend classes, if you attend every class, even if you are not going home and practicing, still you will be ahead of everyone else because there's something that you learn on that day. So I think that being there, I think, is what matters, and I think there's so many quotations around it that half success is just being there every day.
I truly agree with that because, even when it's not comfortable or I don't understand a thing or I'm not in the mood, I still want to be here.
I can understand that.
Yeah, so my question would be first on Litecoin. I wanted to hear your thoughts. I know I quickly asked in the chat, like in regards to seeing an inverted head and shoulders on the chart.
Yeah.
I'm still learning these type of patterns trying to recognize them. That's what I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
So I wanted to hear your thoughts. Like, I'm looking for it.
You are looking at a inverted head and shoulder at what time frame? 1 day?
4 hours.
4 hours?
4 hours.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, just a second. Oh yeah, that is an inverted head and shoulder, and it's a very clean one. Yeah, the neckline of that thing is around $88. So yeah, and it has delivered on the head and shoulder already. So this pattern is done.
So that means that it's finished now.
Yeah, because what happened is that for the audience, as you can see, this was the depth of it, then it pumped. Just to make it easy, the neckline was at 88. The minimum deliverance that it had, it did deliver on it when it pumped towards $92. So it had a $4 move, so it has done that. And let me just calculate the depth, okay, from 88 all the way down to 85. That's at $3 depth. 85.6, it's $2.50. But if it wanted to do a full deliverance, it would have been all the way down towards 81.5. So when we talk about 81.5 from 88, basically we are talking about a move of 6.5. But it only moved $4. So it should have gone up from $88 up by 6.5, okay, all the way up towards 94.5. But it did a 92.3, and that's why I said it's a minimum deliverance. It has done its job, and now it's down. So once a pattern that you see, it does its deliverance, I think after that you can't expect it to deliver on it again because it has done its job.
I see. Like I had such high expectations. Like I was expecting it to go to 100, but I feel like it's a slow mover as well. Like,
it's a slow mover, and like I said, the maximum deliverance was towards 94.5. A stretch would be 95. It was not 100. 100 was not on the cards. Let me put it like that.
It was only in dreams.
No, it was not on the cards according to the pattern and the charts that we were looking at. It didn't make sense from that perspective. 100 would have made sense only from the perspective of psychological feeling. When this thing is already at $94 and it gets lucky towards 96, 97, sometimes it goes and hits $100 because it's a rounded number. People like full numbers, so people do tend to push things a bit higher than that. And that's the overall situation of Bitcoin as well with 110, right? When people start shorting it from there, it's because it's a good number to remember and use. Otherwise, if we look at it from the accuracy perspective, it might be 110,485 or 111,260, stuff like that. But like I said, people like to go for psychological numbers quite often. But you need to be close by.
So you tend to do a calculation based on, so like how you did it, you looked at 85.6, and then you also looked at the breakout point, which is 88.
Yeah.
You just calculated
what I did is that I looked at the neckline. The neckline is at $88 for this, okay, in the inverted head and shoulder, right? And then what you do is that you go from your neckline all the way down towards the first area of depth. I'll actually take a picture of this and share it in Telegram, and I'll show it to you just a second, okay? So this would be my first area, and this would be the second area. I have highlighted that in yellow, and then I will use the purple color. Now I'm posting it in my Telegram, okay? Just give me a second, and then you can see it there as well. Just a second. Okay, and there you go. So when you look at it, when I chose 88, I went for that yellow area. For you guys, this is your yellow area. So this was the neckline for this structure. And then yellow was the first target, and then purple was the second target. It did deliver on yellow. Yellow was not that far. It was 2 point something dollars move. It did a $4 move, so it did try to take a bit of the purple area as well, but it didn't fully take the purple area. You calculated it from the neck and you go deep, and you go deep as that it provides. You look for the cavity. The depth is in the cavity, right? So if it doesn't have depth, it wouldn't go there. You can't go and pick $76, which is the head area, right? You can't say that from $88 all the way down towards $76 is your area of move that you would expect that from $88 it will pump this much. When you're talking about a pump, you take it from neckline, and then you take the first depth, it's called the minimum delivery, and then you take the second depth, it's called the maximum delivery. This is something that is not fully in line with other analysts out there in the market, but like I do with the 2 days confirmation, they don't agree to that either. They do 1 day confirmation or a single candle confirmation. For breakouts, I'd use 2 candles. I have my reasons for it, and at the end of the day, when you are this old, I think we should be allowed to make our own decisions. So I'm 35.
I only listen to you, so I don't care about other analysts.
So I think that this depth analysis that I have come up with, it works most of the time, and this is what saves you from making a wrong exit decision. So if you had used this structure, you would have left this LTC around $92 happily. Or you would have at least put an exit on this coin around $91. You would have said if it drops towards 91, then I'm out. You wouldn't go all the way down towards 86 where it went, right? So yeah.
Right now it's at 87, I think. So it might go back to 91, and maybe then just
It might, but it wouldn't be on the basis of this inverted head and shoulder. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that this thing is done.
Next thing it's gonna be forming something else, right? Like
yeah, of course.
That pattern is gone.
Either it's forming something else, or it's just you don't know. Yeah, I mean, if you look at it from 92, it might have started a downward trend, because that is a high. And now when we look at it at $88 where it is sitting, $87 where it is sitting right now, this could be another high. And if it drops from here and it goes below $86, it will create a new low. So you have a situation of higher lows, right, and lower lows. And what does it teach us? Lower highs and lower lows are an indication of a start of a downtrend. So you are talking about a second wave. I mean, TA is a fun discussion on its own, but it is done better when it is done with a graph. It can't be done good with audio only.
Yeah, but you said to also look out for the support and the resistance.
Oh, of course, of course.
And kind of pay attention to that.
Yes, when you look at support and resistance, it helps you a lot, because support and resistance is based on volume. They're generally very right. And what I talked about, the higher highs and or lower highs, I'm talking about a trend. Basically, you are identifying that whether this coin has started the downward journey as a downtrend, or whether it is still in an uptrend. Because you should be always aware of the fact that whether you are going up or down, right? If you're right about the trend, you can be right about a lot of stuff. Support and resistance, they give you areas of buying and selling, but you should know what is the overall trend that you're dealing with.
I think that's the biggest mistake, if you don't know to recognize the higher highs, higher lows, and all of that to figure out the trend. It's mental. I know. It can be a big
challenge, and if like I have mentioned it in my today's videos as well. I don't know which video it was. I think it was market update. I recorded market update. I have not posted it. It's around, I think, 15 minutes video. Over there, I talked about finding the direction. And I think in my last live, I also mentioned this again, that being aware of the direction helps you a lot as an analyst or a trader or an investor. Because if you are right about the direction, you can enter a coin in a wrong place, but still you would make money just because of the fact that you're right about it, that it is going to go up.
Yes, that is very true. I will try to write like a little pamphlet that I learned on some of the trading stuff, and I would appreciate it if you could give like feedback or something like in a big group. So
I will.
right now, so
Thank you. Thank you.
okay. And just quick question on the mini holds. I know you mentioned some recently. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on August. Do you feel you will be finding more mini holds than once the prices
I
get lower?
think we might see a crash in September. I mean, it's not guaranteed it will be August. Sometimes what they do is that they crash market right before the rally, so they call it a shake off, last shake off, where they scare everyone that okay, things are not going to get better. You're at end of September and things start getting really nasty. If you were here in last year in the month of November, before the election day, things got really horrible around general market, general crypto. Throughout, it started crashing, it started going down, and I was feeling it way more than others because I was on leverage on 238 trades. So all of a sudden, the profits and everything, they started disappearing. I had opened the trade from 5th of August, so at least the entry was okay. But I was seeing it visually when the profits were getting removed, and I was like, this is scary shake off because the uncertainty over Trump winning, it was high, and I mean they can crash market at any time before it starts rallying, and we don't know that after that, towards the end of November, it was an awesome time, and then in December the whole month was an awesome month, but it did a bit of a shake off. So sometimes the shake offs can be delayed, it can be there, and that's why using a pyramid as your entry point, it works as a guide, it is your yardstick. You don't enter that coin until and unless it goes and hits that particular target that you have set for it. That way you stay, you don't go and press buttons whenever it is down. Right now when people do DCA, they do it in a very horrible manner. What they do is that whenever the market is 2%, 5% down, and they have some cash on the side, they start buying, they start doing DCA, and what it does is that it only makes things worse. So I think that while we would like it to be crash in July, August, or maybe early September, they might delay it. It can be because of certain things, or just that the market makers will delay it.
Yes, we will stay on alert, and obviously this time on the mini holds, I will enter right now. I will not wait like the last times, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, no problem, yes. No problem. Okay, now.
Quick question while I'm on the phone, just on the, you said to set like take profit, like take profit goals, like do you usually give the like a take profit for the holds or mini hold coins?
Yeah, you can look at the past. We did that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. I'm slowly like digging into the past post.
Yeah, go through the past. It will help you a lot.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. Okay, now we have Caroline. Caroline, I'll take you, but just give me a second. Oh, wow. Oh, I connected the screen, damn it. Shit. You wouldn't believe it, I connected my monitor to my TikTok account, and then my TikTok started appearing on my monitor screen. I didn't know that I can do that. I learned something new. Anyway, let me fix this TikTok. Now we have YouTube. Let's hear Caroline, and then I'll go and start looking at questions. My God.
Hey, Shah, thank you so much for being here, Sunday.
No problem.
We really appreciate you. I want to ask, since Adriana pushed the subject of the ups and downs. So we have a trade in on big time, and for me, I took a look at it, and it seems like it's only gonna go up. Do you see it going down? Because it's very uptrend right now.
Big time. It's a. Do you know what this coin does?
Big time.
Yeah. Do you know what?
It reads all the way and then drops.
No, not that. Do you know what is this project about?
No.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's a gaming coin, okay? And when we talk about projects like this, we should always look at what sector you are dealing with, what kind of inflation you're dealing with. It's all about the fundamentals, and I mean, you are going to learn all that stuff. You are in my classes, but the thing is that when you are trading over a longer period of time, charts cannot save you. Charts can really backfire because charts work well in a shorter time frame. TA is king on 3 minutes candles, 30 minutes candles, maybe on 1 hour, 4 hour. But the moment you start increasing the time, TA starts falling apart. Then all your Fibonacci's and everything else that you have seen on the chart, they start becoming a bit of a challenge, because what happens is that then the economics, they kick in. Either they are the economics of the token or the coin, or we are talking about the overall general global situation. This coin has a massive inflation, and it has still a good amount of inflation yet to come. It has a circulation of 1.9 billion, which is 2 billion, okay? But they have a total supply of 5 billion. So more than 50% of coins are still yet to release. So when we talk about it only going up, it can only happen in a greener market, but it is going to become more and more challenge for this coin, and it's only because of this overall inflation that this thing has. And let me tell you that on July 29 this year, it has a 12% unlock. Now, 12% unlock is crazy. Why? Because at the start of launch of this coin, the circulation of this coin was 21%. 21%, which means that if you double 12%, it becomes 24%, which means that this unlock on 29th of July is more than 50% inflation on this coin, because the starting circulation was 21%. So you're talking about such kind of crazy inflation being introduced. I think that it is quite possible, and I have seen it happen over and over again, when there is a massive unlock. All those people who read and they make educated decisions with coins, and those who are whales, there are stupid whales out there as well. They generally start crashing this coin early on, and you can tell because they rally hard before the unlock, and you would think that okay, unlock is there, but people are still bullish. But it's the rinse and repeat process. It has happened so many times over and over again that I have gotten tired of it. It happened in TIA, it happened in Arbitrum, it happened with every coin out there that I have seen. Whenever there is a massive unlock, it starts going up like in advance by a month or so. And then when it starts getting close, like there are 10 days left or so, then it starts crashing before that. So
Oh my God.
it's a strategy that they use where they pump and dump a coin before an unlock. That is where whales take an exit, and no one wants to be there when you are introducing 50% more supply. I mean, those people who are receiving these coins, when they're introducing this 50% supply, these people are going to sell. They are going to dump on you.
Exactly.
So if you don't dump it on them, they will dump it on you. And this is pretty much in line with the question someone asked about World Liberty Finance coin. I see someone made a comment and said that can this coin go to $100 wealthy, which is World Liberty Finance, the Trump coin. Not the Trump meme coins. Now this is a utility coin. I think when we talk about pre-sales, where everyone has purchased that coin before launch, and when the coin is launched, if they allow the people who have invested in it to sell all of the money that they have invested, that coin will only go down from its starting price. And it happens so often that there is not even a question about it. So let's say that Wealthy starts trading at 15 cents, okay? And then everyone who has purchased in pre-sale, I don't know what kind of amounts they have used, what kind of pre-sale we are talking about, but all those people, when they see this coin at 60 cents, let's say, they will be selling because they are sitting at a 400% profit, right? Because they bought this coin before its launch. It's already up. It's only stupid not to take profit. Let's say 50% they sell half of it. The remaining 50% people, they sell full, and some they keep on holding, which is not a common case. People have learned it through a lot of pain and misery, that you don't hold a pre-sale. And then there are people who are so educated from the time of 2021, because year of 2021 was all about pre-sales. Everyone learned about pre-sales. We learned one thing that year is that you don't buy pre-sale launches. So a person like me, if I want to buy this Trump coin of Wealthy, I wouldn't touch it until I see it going to shit. I would wait it out. I would buy it cheaper than its launch price, and then I would be buying it because I would think that, okay, this coin has a potential. But I wouldn't buy it at the day of launch, because it makes no sense. I don't want to be the exit liquidity for those who bought it before me. But like I said, it depends on what kind of audience Trump brings in. Trump was able to bring highly uneducated investors for his Trump meme and Melania. And it was a good strategy. He made them money in Trump and then took it away in Melania. So I think that if that painful memory is still there, people would remember that it's the same launcher, and it's the same community. And I think it really depends on who is investing in it. So if you are bringing in fresh people who have no experience, who don't understand market at all, then I think they might buy it. But at the day of launch, when you already have so many people who have purchased this coin, I think it's only a disaster. And it would be people who are very, 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 very new to crypto. There are people who don't understand crypto, and they're just trying to look cool.
Wow, yeah. Just one more question. How did you feel when you had like 272 trades open with leverage? And everything was going to
230 trades on a 25x. I think with
my God.
Yeah. I think when it's a multi-million position, you have used a million on it. I think the feelings are really fun. I actually called my mother. She wasn't in hospital at that time. I told her that if I end up losing all of my money in crypto, will you be okay with it? And she said, yeah, that's fine. So
always the support.
Yeah, but my mother is the only person who knows how much I have or what I do. She understands because I discuss things with her. She's 80 years old. She doesn't understand everything, and I don't have anyone to talk to. I haven't shared it with my previous wife. I don't know how it would go with my upcoming wife. But it has been a very lone journey, and I think the pain and everything that you go through it alone. So I told my mother that it would be something like this, and I don't have a lifestyle that I cannot afford. Everything that I do, I can afford it off a job. So I will not be in a place where I go bankrupt and people on YouTube or Twitter or anywhere else, they will be able to tell that, okay, now Shah is poor than what he was before. So they wouldn't know I have lost everything. They would think things are all okay. And I think it's an important place to be because it gives you psychological strength. So I think I was able to hold on to it because I didn't have any kind of crazy pressure on me. Leverage trades, they are extremely harmful. They're extremely dangerous. I took it because I'm writing my book, so it is going to be part of one of the volumes where I'm going to talk about the volume where I'm going to talk about the leverage trades. I was doing it for my book, but I wanted to have real experience with it. But after that, I don't think I started taking leverage trades anymore. Once my mother got sick, because religiously I'm not allowed to take leverage trades. So when she went into ICU and she got horribly sick, that was the day I decided that I'm not going to take leverage trades anymore. So I quit on that. So that was my last hurrah. Yeah.
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 Wow. Okay. Thank you so much for clarifying it. And, it's always good to hear how people handle, because I think everyone that is in the market will go through moments like similar, maybe with different amounts and everything, but it's good to see how experienced people deal with it.
I think starting with smaller amounts, and like I've said it in VIP, I'll say it again, and like I said, you are in my classes, you will learn it there. When you're using smaller amounts on higher leverages with no stop losses, and you become a bit robotic about it, you don't lose. The trades that I did, they were all on cross, and they had some margin behind it as well. So I didn't put all of my money in. I actually came up with a formula, and that's why it is for the book. Over there, I have shared the formula, and I have mentioned it very clearly that you need to pick the bottom of the market. And for me, I got lucky because 5th of August was the bottom of the market, and I had confidence. That's why I went out and I made a video on it to have a timestamp to prove that I did call it. So when you are picking something from a bottom on such kind of crazy leverage, 25x means that you will liquidate everything if it drops 4%. There is no room to breathe. So if you are not picking an exact bottom and you go wrong about it, it is going to be a very, very horrible case scenario. But the bets are really nice. The bets are really nice because you're going to make money that you cannot imagine. So it's once in a lifetime kind of a case scenario.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for telling me your story on that.
No problem at all. Thank you so much.
Happy Sunday. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Okay, we have questions, so many. I'm going to try to take them. How much time we are left with? Oh, not so much. Damn. There's a quick question. Which exchange do you prefer for future trading? I would recommend using exchanges like Maxi because they used to be horrible. It was a very shitty exchange. Now they're trying to look like a tier 1 exchange. So they have ensured that they don't liquidate people when the rest of the exchanges are not liquidating. So they're trying to act like BitGet, Binance, and other proper exchanges. If you don't have access to Maxi, you can use Blofin. I have heard from some of my Australian community that Blofin is a good exchange, and they use it a lot. So 2 exchanges that I can mention. Lbank, I would say stay away from it. It's a horrible exchange. They have so many flaws. I had to delist my existing coin from it because I listed it over there and then I ran into so many other problems. Yeah, okay. Now let's see if there's any quick question that I can take. ETH is currently stuck at 2500 up and down for a while. Can we see it go past 3K? I think to go past 3K, you need a bullish environment. Ethereum has made it very clear that it is stuck under 3K. So unfortunately, that's the case scenario. Anyway, I think I'm done with my 1 hour. Thank you everyone for joining in. It was a pleasure speaking with you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye. Okay, I'll end it here on TikTok. Thank you, TikTokers, and I'll end it here on YouTube as well.